Welcome to the Wrong Business School Career Toolkit podcast, where we help you navigate your career journey with insight from professionals across different industries. My name is Carla, and I'm the founder of Nikun's Career Consulting, which is a London-based company that supports students and professionals around the world. Today, we have a very special guest. He's also studied at Rome Business School, so I'm very curious to hear about his journey. We have Tiziano today, a professional trade marketing representative at BAT. So, welcome, Tiziano.
Thank you, Carla. It's good to be here. It's good to be here.
Thank you. Thank you for finding the time for us. So, Tiziano, as you know, this is a conversation. We want to share some tips with alumni of the Wrong Business School. So, can you tell us a little bit about your journey after graduation?
Yeah. Okay, first of all, I like to start like with when I started the master in at Rome Business School, because actually before the master, I've decided to actually look for a job, because the after my bachelor, I've decided to search for a job, because the fact was that it gave me peace of mind to actually look for a job when I know that if I couldn't find one, I have to start to continue studying. So this gave me like a peace of mind, and didn't give me like the pressure that you can have on finding a new job, or a job in general, after graduating, because that's the only thing that you should do after
Mhm.
graduating. So doing this with this state of mind was actually very good, and I actually found a job also before the master. And luckily, at RBS you can follow the master remotely. So I was able to move to the north of Italy, because I started working at Philips as a commercial intern, and I was able to actually study and work. So I studied for the marketing and sales master. So
Mhm.
working in the sales part of Philips, you can understand what you're actually studying and looking for it in the job that you do daily. So during the master, I actually found another internship, but this time was at Nestle. So it was a different industry, and in the FMCG industry, an industry that I really like, and I would love to work actually.
Mhm.
I started working in at Nestle in the Purina division. So I was in the pet food part, even if I don't have a pet. It was very
Not
hard.
yet. Not
Well,
yet.
not yet, but it was very. I actually I always tell like to my parents, because I live with my parents, to have a pet, but
Mhm.
they always say that they have me, so it's enough
It's
for them.
enough. It's enough.
It's enough
Yeah.
for them. Yeah, so it was actually difficult to understand an industry when
Mm.
you don't have like the where you're not like the consumer of that industry. So it was difficult for this, but it was very challenging, and I worked in the brand part. So after an internship in the sales, in the commercial team at Philips, I started doing something more related to marketing, so more related to branding. So I thought that it was perfect also
Mhm.
during my studies at RBS, because I was studying for in a master in marketing and sales, and I've done an internship in sales and an internship in marketing. So this gave
Amazing.
me like a perfect, in some kind of ways, profile after graduation. After graduation, I had to find a new job, because internships can go,
Come and go.
yeah, come and go. Yeah, it all depends on
Mm.
if the company has a position for you.
Mhm.
So it's also a matter of luck. I have to be
Absolutely.
honest, about this. It's not only about what you're actually able to do, but there's also that part that is very important.
Yeah.
And so after graduation, after this second internship, I started working at Whirlpool, but now it's called Beko Europe,
Hmm.
um, because the two company merged. And I came back to my hometown, so in the south of Italy, and I was basically a sellout specialist for Beko. So a person that actually talks about products, the brands, to in point of sales where actually the domestic appliances were sold,
Hmm.
and in order to improve the performances of the sellout, so the sellout of the products that we were made. After that, during the since last month, actually, I found a new job because I wanted to make a switch. As I said before, I really wanted to work in FMCG industry, so I had the opportunity to join BAT, so British American Tobacco, as a trade marketing representative for the in the South region. And my job is basically talk a lot, build relationships with all point of sales in my region, driving values
Hmm.
for our brand, and they are more focused nowadays, more on the new industry, the new products part, in comparison to the like the cigarettes, etc.
Yeah.
So so that's it, and I'm at it right now since 1 month. So I
Well,
really
congratulations on starting the new job.
thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, great. So you had quite a lot of professional experience. What has been the biggest challenge for you since starting your career?
I have to say that the biggest challenge is to being able to understand that you're not less than the other ones, and that you're enough. It's a very philosophical concept, but I think that when you actually look for a job, it's easy to think that you're okay. I have this rejection. I'm
Mm,
not enough for that. But actually, as I said before, it's a matter of luck and motivation, and but there's a lot of luck. I mean, it depends on the industry, on which time period you're like
mm,
actually
yeah.
looking for a job. And so being able to understand all these parts, or these parts that are involved in your searching process, it's difficult, because there are a lot of times where when you think that you're not that good to
Mm,
make something
yeah.
something great. And so this was actually the most difficult part in all these like changes
Mm,
between companies. But you have to know that in some time the right thing will come to you, because it's just a matter of also of numbers and statistics, and
absolutely.
you will find something. You will find something. It's just a
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
of time.
Absolutely. I think there are a lot of elements when it comes to finding a job.
Yeah,
Of course, I'm sure you worked a lot on your CV, you work a lot on
yeah,
your applications, because getting into this corporation is not easy at all.
no,
So
not at all.
there is a lot of motivation, as you said, but there is, as you said, also an element of patience, of trusting the
Yeah,
process,
yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah, definitely.
and never take it personal, because it's not personal.
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
when you are the right candidate, they might make a different choice for reasons that have literally nothing to do with you.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
I know it's frustrating. I know it's difficult, but it's very helpful to remind people that, and especially in the current job markets that
yeah,
are not
yeah.
that easy anywhere. I think is a very good point. Yeah. But you've mentioned during your job, as part of your job, you talk a lot.
Yeah,
You see a
yeah.
lot of people. But how is a typical day in your job?
Basically, a typical day is that you, um, I know you go out of your house with like a mask or something, because, or different masks, because
Mhm,
it all depends on who you're facing of. So in every point of sale that you can have, you find a different person with a different background, different perspectives. Maybe he had a bad day the day before, so they can treat you not very good. It can happen. It can happen. So you need to have a lot of masks in order to actually manage a lot of people, a lot of different customer that you can have on the territory.
mhm,
And so this is like the most important thing. And the typical day is talk a lot with different people in different ways,
mhm.
about our brands, our values,
Yeah.
and how we can help them reach their targets.
Mhm,
And
mhm. So
all,
just to make it clear for people who are listening to us,
yeah,
so you go to, it's a B2B kind
yeah,
of
basically,
thing.
yeah. They are like point of sales. They would be calling
Mhm.
uh, tabaccherie. Uh,
Yeah,
so tobacco, but where they sell tobacco products, but not all. Also, then not only that, they all sell a lot of things. And
yeah.
there are people that are very like they do a lot of things in these places. So it's difficult to maybe find their time to.
To focus on your kind of training.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So a lot of time on the road, seems
Yeah,
like. Uh,
for sure. You have to like driving.
yeah,
This is a very important part actually of the job, because every job that you do on the field, you have to drive a lot.
yeah,
And so you have to like driving, basically.
yeah,
There are a
yeah,
lot of people that maybe do this kind of jobs that they don't like driving, and they can say that they hate this part of their job. But for me, for example, is a very nice part of the job. I love driving. But
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
yeah, but I mean, it's like a dangerous thing in some ways. But
It's
uh
a personal,
yeah,
attitude that, or you have or you don't. I mean, yeah, for sure. But also, spending the day talking to people. It
yeah,
feels like you really enjoy that. For people with a different personality,
yeah,
it
for
sounds
sure.
like a
Because
very difficult thing to do.
you can also have a bad day. Maybe that
Of
day
course.
before happened something to you, but the
Yeah.
day after, your face like actually represents the company. So you have to remember that, and put like, as I said before, a mask in order to do good at your job,
Yeah.
basically.
Of course, it's a role.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
that
yeah,
moment, you are representing a company. You have a role to play. You're still you, of course, but
yeah,
there are rules, of course,
yeah,
to
for sure.
follow. Yeah. So what do you enjoy the most about your work?
What I like the most about my job, it was similar during my last two jobs, and it's
Hmm.
actually the talk with people, as I said, because it's hard, but I mean, if you like it, uh, it's not that hard. So you can have a lot of like very interesting conversations. You can build relationships. They can maybe go even after work. And you are more like free, in the sense that you're not in an office, so you're always around, and it's a thing that I like a lot. This sense of like being free,
Freedom. Yeah.
in my little world, and being able to manage actually the time that you have during your workday,
Yeah.
as you want,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. You couldn't sit 8 hours a day in an
Yeah,
office.
yeah, 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 yeah. Maybe I will do it someday, but right now I'm pretty young, so I think that it's the right thing to do, like when I'm 26. So
Mhm.
it's good to walk a little bit and something something like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's great. And what's the most surprising thing people don't realize about your job?
I think the most surprising thing about my job is that probably they're all they can have some misconceptions about working in this industry, but it's like an industry that right now speaks a lot in terms of products that are less risky than the normal tobacco products. So it's this is a very important thing for us. So maybe this is a curiosity that
Mm.
people can have. Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's great. And if you were talking to students who are doing the master right now or just finished the master and would like to build a career like yours,
Yeah.
what would you suggest them?
My suggestion will be that you have to be, as we said before, patient
Hmm.
and trust the process. And after every like rejection, you really have to force you to not think that like that's the end of the world, because it's just a matter of time. The right thing will happen to you, but this important thing is that you have to work on yourself, on your profile, on your resume, and everything, and being like very how can I say it, you have to keep attention to every little detail of a CV or your
Hmm.
profile of your interviews, because in this job market where you have a role and there are like thousands of people
Yeah,
applying, you really
competition
have to
is high.
you
Mm.
really have to pay attention to everything. But I think that I maybe a lot of people make these mistakes, is that they try to, during interviews for example, build another version of themselves.
Mm.
But I think that the right thing to do is to actually be yourself. So it's not just a thing that we say you have to be yourself. Some kind of thing. It's very basic things, but it's true. You have to be yourself because you're actually choosing a company. So they can choose you, but you have to make an interview also to them.
Yeah.
uh, and this is a very important thing, because I think that the right thing to find the right company for you is to be yourself, because being yourself you can find people that are like you, so you can perform better in your job. You can have a better working environment because you find people that they like you as you are, and not as I said before, a mask. During interviews, you don't need a mask. You need to be yourself. Obviously, in a professional way. Obviously, to tailor your like what you say in the situation, but you have to be yourself. This is like the most important thing, and build this like connection with the people that
Mhm.
you're talking with,
Yeah.
because it's not like an interview. You have to make it like a conversation in order to be remembered, and being remembered is one of the most important things that you can do in an interview.
Absolutely. And I don't think there is any advantage in pretending to be
Yeah,
someone else. Imagine, like, for example, if you really didn't like talking to people, driving, going
yeah,
around,
yeah,
and in the interview you pretend you do just because you need a job, and
yeah,
then you end up not enjoying your day to day.
absolutely.
That wouldn't work for you, wouldn't work for the company. I think clients would also feel that.
Yeah,
So it makes perfect sense what you're saying. Of course, for interviews, you need the professional version of yourself
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
be very prepared, know the company very well. But I agree with the fact that there is no advantage to pretending in that situation, as I also don't think companies should lie about job
yeah,
descriptions and
absolutely.
expectations, because again, it doesn't pay in the long run.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's a good
This is
point.
I think that this is a very important thing because I think that a lot of people that maybe can have problems with the people they have at work,
Hmm.
probably they started to maybe with a something like that. So not being maybe like truly themselves.
Mm,
Obviously, it all depends on the situation. If you actually need a job, you have to make some
compromise, yeah.
yeah, a compromise. But in order to find the right job, the right company, the most important thing is to be yourself, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and be self-aware of what is it that you like, you don't like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what
Obviously,
are
when
your
you're
priorities.
yeah, when you're like graduating, it's difficult to know this
Mhm.
because you're just in like now jumped in this the working job market, that it's another world, another part of your life, so you don't know anything basically, but this is the most important thing is to actually make a lot of interviews if you can, because it's a training. Also doing interviews is a training. I started doing interviews after my bachelor, so before graduating the master, because I have seen the interviews as a training, because I knew that in the coming years I had to do a lot of interviews, so I have to train for it.
Absolutely, yeah. And is there a piece of advice you wish you had received earlier? Something you discovered along the way?
Something I've discovered is that that's a very difficult question. A piece of advice is it's all connected to the like being self-aware of your what you can do, because when I started, I was a younger version of me, and it didn't the Tiziano back then didn't think that was enough to join like multinational
Mm,
companies, but right now I know something more about the multinational companies. Obviously, I'm not like I've not like a huge career, but I've changed some companies, so I have some perspectives on this. But so the most important thing that I would tell to the young version of me is to actually believe in himself.
yeah,
Actually doing it, because it's easy to say it, but
easy to
to
say,
do
yeah.
it
Yeah.
do it it's another
Yeah.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course, of course. But thank you very much, Tiziano, for sharing all your experience. It's been great speaking with you today, and I'm sure our listeners enjoyed as well. So thank you so much, and all the best with your new job
Thanks
around
a lot.
Italy, talking to people.
Thanks
So
a lot.
thank you very much, and all the best for your career.
You
Thank you,
too.
and we will continue interviewing professionals. So stay tuned for more episodes. Thank you for following us. Bye.
Bye, Carla.